Voilà, bah Gus qui finit son match de tennis pour une petite interview décontractée. Gus, thanks for coming with us. So Gus is a very well-known player, one of the most famous poker player on the earth, let's say it. He's also a friend, and you won like almost $6 million in tournaments. You're like 34 years old.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, how do you get prepared for the WSOP? Is just like another tournament, just like any other one, or you really work on it?
I don't have any special program just before the WSOP because I'm going to be playing all the events. I think like players maybe like Daniel Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, and Phil Ivey this year because he has a lot of side bets. Yeah. They're aiming to play like 35 tournaments, and I mean I think it's a good idea to prepare. Really, I mean just be in good shape and mentally prepared to play as many tournaments because it's tiring to play 10 hours day after day, go down there. So I mean, I'm kind of taking it easy. I kind of have my usual every day where I try to do some sports, play some squash, or actually right now I'm trying to
I'm not playing squash anymore with you. It's over. Last time I almost died. Yeah. You don't have any prop bet, any side bet?
No, I actually thought about it, but I thought the market was way too low. The odds people were giving to win a bracelet or win a tournament was not good enough. Maybe if somebody would give me like 6 to 1 to win a bracelet, I might be interested.
Nobody was giving 6 to 1. It's hard shit.
I mean, I mean, I'm not even sure I had the right side at 6 to 1, but I might. I mean. But I mean, people were talking about 3 to 1, and Phil Ivey got 2 to 1, and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna. I have usually in some of the tournaments I have like last longer bets, where I bet with David Benjamin. Yeah, sure. We had a bet in one of the tournament last longer, and we made the bet in the middle of the tournament. And 3 hands later, he was knocked out. He was knocked out. So that was kind of a good bet for me. But I mean, I might make some individual bets for specific tournaments, but I don't have any overall bets.
What do you think about David's game today? I mean, do you think because he had a lot of swings up and down?
He is. I mean, I have to say for myself, I'm a very swingy player as well. But it seems like David Benjamin, he takes it to the next level. I mean, he can put on some swings. I definitely have a problem sometimes when I gamble or play and things aren't going my way. I'm a little too stubborn sometimes. I play too long, but then the next day I say, okay, yesterday was a bad session. Maybe take a couple of days off. Where David kind of keeps on going, but it also, I mean. It also gives him some big winning streaks, obviously, but it also sometimes it compounds the losing streaks. So, I mean, obviously there's no doubt that he's a very talented player. He's a very good player.
I was thinking about the fact that poker is becoming like so huge, a huge business for the last couple of years. And like poker players like you have become like stars with autographs, photos, interviews. What do you think about that? Is it like something that is as an influence on your game, or has it changed something?
Obviously, I'm more well known now than I was like 5 years ago. Especially, I mean, I'm from Denmark, and when I go back to Denmark and just go to a bar, hang out with the guys, we're gonna bump into people and say, "Oh, you're the one who plays poker. I watched you on TV last night."
You bump into people or into girls?
Guys and girls. I will say, unfortunately, there's more guys playing poker than girls, so obviously that has changed something. But apart from that I'm more recognized. I mean, I'm still doing the same things. I would say, like, I wrote an article where I said, like, 5 years ago I was 100% poker player, and now I'm like maybe 60% poker player and 30% businessman, and 10% crazy fuck. But
okay, and I'm just wondering, because you're always like in a plane, traveling around the world, do you have any place in the world where you feel actually at home?
When people ask me, I usually say, like, I'm a citizen of Denmark, I'm a resident of Monaco, and I spend a lot of time in Vegas. So that's kind of like, even though I travel a lot around the world, that's kind of like the 3 main spots where I kind of hang out.
How do you like Monte Carlo, living in Monaco? You're almost French now.
Oh, well. I mean, first of all, I don't speak French, which is, I have to apologize for that. But
you know a lot of words.
I have to learn, and again, that's the lazy part of me that hasn't learned already.
You won about $6 million and many titles, but what are you the most proud of, actually, in your entire life, in your entire career? Is it about poker?
I really hate that question.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
that?
knew you would hate it.
I don't know what to answer. I mean, but it probably has nothing to do with poker. But I think of myself, it might sound corny, but always have a smile on your face and always being a nice guy to people wherever there are. And the least favorite, now that you asked that question as well, is probably more poker related. When I'm watching from the outside, I'm very objective, just figuring out what's going on. But sometimes when I'm in the middle of a game, I kind of get too much into it, and I kind of lose the thought process sometimes. I kind of lose control once in a while. So that kind of annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah. But regarding the poker, I mean, what's the which title pleased you the most?
That's a good question. I mean, the Aussie Millions that I wrote the book about, I thought I played a very good, very good tournament, and usually also have to play a lot of good poker to win a deep tournament with a lot of players. So
the road is longer, so I guess the pleasure is better when you win. Right?
Yeah.
In the best dreams of your best dreams, where are you in 10 years?
Where am I in 10 years?
Yeah.
She really asks a lot of annoying questions, huh?
Yeah,
that's not me. That's not me.
I'm there for him because he always asks me, okay, the questions, and if it's you that is asking, it's okay.
No, I mean, I have no plans for next year, and I definitely don't have any plans for 10 years from now.
Not even a plan, just a dream or something you would like to be in.
Well, I'd like to beat Steph in tennis, but that's never going to happen, not in 10 years. So I mean, that's not going to happen. No, I mean, basically the thing is, I'm pretty happy camper. So I mean, I'm very fortunate that it's actually a hobby of mine that I've made my job. It's not like I have any specific dreams of us getting married or this and that. I mean, we can definitely hang out, but they're going to cut that out.
No, they're not. They're not. And by the way, I have another annoying question. You were like elected as one of the most sexiest men, right? Mm-hmm. I need to ask you if you like want to get married one day, if you're still single, if you're like butterflying or...
Girls want to know. Let me make it clear. Girls want to know in France.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I kind of consider myself, I mean, like, I'm 34 years old, and it usually scares people when I say this, but I've kind of been single for 34 years. I'm single, I have no kids.
You don't want any?
Well, I mean, I have a business with my sister and my brother-in-law, and they have 2 small kids, and they live with me here in Vegas, travel around the world with me. So I have 2 nieces, 1 year and 3 years old. So I'm kind of like Uncle Gus for now, and that fits me. That fits me perfect for now.
Just to get back to poker, to know you better. When you're playing at WSOP, do you still play at the Bellagio a lot? Because it looks like the big game is dying lately. With the internet being so big and everything, the Bobby's room is like almost empty every time I go there.
Well, unfortunately, we played late last night.
You did?
Yeah, okay. I had a bad session.
Okay.
Sorry
for that.
So that's kind of why I was a little tired when I came on the tennis court this morning, okay. Because we played late and so on. So it still happens, but like you said, a lot less than. I think this year a lot of people have side bets. A lot of like the Phil Ivey, the Doyle Brunson, guys that usually play in Bobby's room, they have big side bets on the tournaments, so they're playing a lot of tournaments, so that's obviously going to affect the game. But like you said, also the big action on the internet. Sometimes you're sitting at home 5 years ago, you were sitting at home and you felt like playing a little poker. So you called up and we got a game together down in Bobby's room. And now you say, well, I could turn on the internet and see if anything is going on. And now you're sitting comfortable at home and then you don't drive down. So we're still around, but the frequency is a lot less.
So thank you so much, and I wish you like
all the best.
Many
One or two bracelets, maybe.
Yeah, that wouldn't do too bad. I mean, I'm still
lot of kids.
Yeah, lots of kids. Lots of
Gus.
girlfriends. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for precious time.